Welcome to your love reading, Spiritual Infusion 1111. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. I hope you guys like the new setup, okay? With the duality where you guys can kind of see the cards and we can relate. So let's get into it. What's the energy for the collective? What is the overall energy here for them? Ooh, okay. First card out we have is Angelic Ancestors. So there's something going on. Let me see if I can tilt this camera differently. Hold on. All right. There we go. All right. There's something going on where you are being very divinely protected right now. You and an individual. I also feel like for some of you, you could have somebody that passed away, somebody that passed on, or even a spirit guide or something of that context that is guiding you to the person that you're supposed to be with, or they're coming in and they're assisting in the communication or the conversation. The fact that angels are being called in right now for your relationship, that's very significant, because what that means is that there's something very divinely orchestrated right now where you and somebody else, you're meant to come together and you're meant to come together as one. I also get that something is being protected though. So whether that's, you feeling very protective over something that you've gone through, this person, there's a lot of protection going on around this connection. So this is also a connection that you're not handling by yourself, right? Which is also a very beautiful thing. I also feel like whoever you're dealing with right now, they've been very focused on their work. And this has always been probably a focal point of this person, trying to work, trying to get their stuff done. But I'm also getting that there's somebody here that's putting in the work to try to understand you. If you are somebody that's very spiritual, if you're somebody who is very intuitive or very empathic, it takes a different type of person to be able to handle or to be able to comprehend what you need. Because the reality is, somebody that has the ability to go between the 5D and the 3D is going to require a different level of energy, love, emotions than somebody who is solely stuck in the 3D. So as much as I feel like this is somebody who does take their work very seriously and they have a lot going on, they're still in a place where I also feel like they're working on trying to understand, or they're working on exactly how to protect you. How do I have their back? How do I, express certain things? How do I come forward, right? Because whoever this person is, there's a couple of different cards that just came out, okay? Either you're being viewed as a divine feminine or they are. And I know we really can't see because that little logo is there. Shoot, over here. Blink. Okay, but this is somebody that feels very strongly about you. And you have 9-4 here, 6-2. 9-4 can be significant. 4-9 can be significant. 5-2 or 6-2. And or the 15th. You could be born on the 15th. You could be a life path 6. You could be life path 4, life path 8. They're trying to find a good place between work-life balance. But I also feel like, too, there is something where they're trying to create some type of balance, whether that's balance between you and something else. But you are coming in as a divine counterpart. If you are a man, it's like this is somebody that feels like they need to be in divine feminine energy in order to compete with you, or in order to be equally yoked. I think compete is probably the wrong verbiage. And again, it's something about this person where they want to win. They want to be with you. But they also want to do it the right way. it's something coming in here about doing things the right way. So this is somebody that doesn't want to skip something. This is somebody that wants to make sure that they dot their I's, they cross their T's. 12-6 can be significant. But again, it's like, I also feel like with this person being on top of the world, it's also like them taking a higher perspective, right? Like, think about it from a mountain's perspective. If you're winning, and again, mountains typically represent obstacles. So the way that this person is overcoming certain obstacles that could have been major stops within inside of your relationship, it's coming in as an energy that is very beautiful. It's coming in as this person being at a higher elevation in order to understand what needs to be done, in order to feel like, if they want to protect you, they have to understand what exactly you need protecting from. Just like I stated last reading, people that are healers, they're going to need protectors. And a lot of times when people are healers, they become very drained. So your person or your partner is going to have to be able to pick up on visual clues, pick up on intuition, and they're going to have to be able to put 2 and 2 together to come forward. But this is somebody that is looking at things from a higher perspective. Whatever obstacles and issues there was in the past, those are being dissipated because this person is putting in the work. Okay. And by putting in the work, you're creating this significant ripple effect, which is beautiful. And again, one event produces another effect. Your actions affect your future, your future and others. So whatever this person is doing, they're leading. Okay. They're leading with their heart first. They're doing the work. They're not taking shortcuts. They're looking at things that could be potentially not good. And I also feel like whoever this person is, if there's people around them that aren't in a good energy, they're removing everything. It's creating this ripple. They're creating certain vibrations, but these vibrations are being completed because this person is actually putting in the work, right? I'm also getting to whoever this individual is, they have been very focused, okay? There's somebody that's very, very focused on a divine feminine. So whether you're the divine feminine, somebody else is the divine feminine, somebody here is very, very curious about you. And I also think the things that, because I feel like your person is really curious about you too. Whoever you're thinking about, I feel like they're extremely curious with if you feel the same way that they do, if you are the same person that they are, the same person that they think you are. Because I did a reading earlier and I just ended up deleting it just because I was testing things. And it kept coming up as like somebody really wanting to be your perfect person. But I also think that I like that type of thinking where they want to supersede your expectations, but at the same point in time, I also think that it's good if they're just them. Because more than likely, you are somebody who will love them. You probably are already in love with them, or you probably already have gone over and over here, right? But there is something here that this person has learned in regards to you. And it's also this, it's funny, it's a broken way of thinking, okay? So settling for less than you deserve. So this is somebody that could have looked at like your dating history, or this is somebody who is confused if you're single or if you're in a situation where it's very unhealthy. This is somebody that's coming in going, I don't understand. Why would they settle for less? Why, if they deserve this, would they accept this? So there's a lot of questions that are being asked, right? And there's a lot of things that this person is very curious about. And part of it is the fact that they just feel that you deserve a lot more. And that's something that they're working on, because whoever they are, it's like they want to be able to give you the world. Now, with this broken way of thinking, right? The thing about this broken way of thinking is, you know, when something breaks, like in the Japanese culture, they fill it with gold. So now this has now become, right, even more valuable and stronger as time progresses, because the version of you that people know has now been broken and rebuilt, and there's some level of added value here. But they also want to make sure that they're different than other people. I do get that they are scared, though. There is something here that there is a bit of anxiety on when it does come to them. And I'm going to find out what it is. And I also feel like, too, okay, that's why this person has been admiring you from afar. Okay? They're admiring you from afar. Now, that's why they could be keeping their distance from you. This could be somebody, I'm telling you, this is somebody either that you've talked to, this is somebody that either you were with and you separated from, or this is somebody that is completely new, that is watching you from a distance, and they're trying to understand and they're trying to learn exactly who you are. No matter what, like this is somebody that is genuinely watching you. And it's like they're also stalking you online. So somebody here is watching you online also. Okay, hold on. Cheers. So they're watching you from afar. Okay, so what is this person scared about? What are they alarmed about? They also could feel like there's other people watching you, right? Because in their mind, it's like, I can't be the only person that's interested in them. Who else are they talking to? What else are they doing, right? This is something where it's like they're scared that you have other people that may be better suitors or a better match than them. But I guess they wouldn't know if they didn't try, right? And again, this is also a part of their negative mindset, right? This is a part of a broken way of thinking, because it's almost like this person is more comfortable watching you from a distance than they are coming forward and having a conversation. So let's see why. Why are they scared to be honest and open? Karma. Okay. But for some reason in this card, doesn't it kind of look like a Bonnie and Clyde? Or which one was the Joker and the other one? Okay. It's coming in as like that kind of energy, which is interesting. So, because what comes around goes around. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like whoever this person is, they want to be like morally responsible, but also too, I think that they're scared. Like, what happens if that really is my perfect person? Like, what happens if they're just like me? Or there's a level of karma here. So either they know somebody you know, or they're worried. What kind of karma are they worried about? Pluto, things blowing up in their face. Okay. I think that they're just worried with whether or not they have enough to offer you. I think that they're stressed out with whether or not they have enough like power, or if they've done enough transformation. So for some of you, this can definitely be a regeneration of a person coming in, but also they're making certain changes in regards to you. And the changes that they're making, you know what? It's to suppress, or it's to correct their subconscious. It's like subconsciously there's like the little guy that's like, I don't know, do they really like you? And then there's the one that's like, yeah, they like you, go ahead and do it. And then this guy's over here like, I don't know, maybe they don't, right? So it's something here about this person changing. There's a lot that they felt like they needed to change just in watching you. I also feel like this is somebody that feels like if they shoot too quickly, then they're going to miss their opportunity or their chance. It's like they're very, very worried about missing some type of like opportunity. And again, this is coming in as like a hidden fear of theirs. Okay? This is coming in as their subconscious. So if you've been telepathically communicating with somebody, this could be somebody that's like, maybe they're not talking to me. Maybe they're talking to somebody else. Maybe they're into somebody else. Maybe they want to be with somebody else. Maybe, right? It's not me. And again, it's the uncertainty. But also, this is somebody who, trying to figure out how to explain this. They're very intuitive. This is a very intuitive person. This is somebody who has a lot of psychic thoughts, but I also feel like at times, like either past childhood, even a mother possibly, it's almost as if their intuition was like diminished. It's like they weren't, I don't know. It's something here where they're scared. They're told that their intuition is not okay. They're told that they need to be this emperor, right? And that's the karma, because how do I be emotionally intelligent? And again, you have the divine feminine here. So you have the perfect pair, right? You have the emperor here, the divine feminine here. But there is broken thinking around, you know, the ideology of what is expected of this person. So there is something here that they're scared about. And it's about making a decision on when to go. And the thing about the emperor is the emperor takes its time. The emperor is patient, right? You have Aries energy, we have heavy Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. So it's a lot of emotions, okay? There's a lot of other things going at play here where this person could even be relatively paranoid with, how do I say something? How do I move forward when I'm not 100%? That they're also admiring me from afar. You see what I'm saying? And this is somebody that I feel like is so methodical in their thought process and the way that they do things, that this is an uncomfortable place for them to be in. And again, I also think that it's something different about the way that you carry yourself, the way that you go about things. It's something very different when it does come to that. And I'm getting that this person has also had a lot of dreams about you. But again, I think that they're scared that it is going to be one-sided. And yeah, that is their hidden fear. I'm trying to tell you, they're scared about that. Because they could have even had a dream that was like not a good one. Or they could have had, you know, like, it's also coming in as you being like too good to be true. So the longer that this person is watching you, they feel like eventually, you know, I'm going to see like a link in the chain, or eventually I'm going to see a hole, or eventually I'm going to see something that I don't like. But it's something here where it's almost coming in as this fantasy that this person needs to get over again. But it's hard because the only way for this person to get over it, Capricorn energy, is for them to come forward and express how they feel, or you too. But they're going through a major awakening. They're having a lot of things that are changing. And I also feel like there's something here that is very surprising or very shocking to whoever this individual is. And it's judgment. Again, it's judgment underneath the angelic protection. So they feel like they're being led to you. They feel like, and again, it's a feeling, but it's not something that they can double down on. It's not something, by the way, I cracked my head on the window, got a bruise. But it's something that they really do. It's not cut and dry, you understand? This is somebody that always knows. And for some reason with you, they don't know. And that's freaking them out. But they also feel like they're being guided to you, that there's a reason that, you know, they're admiring you from afar. And they also feel like they're receiving a lot of signs from the universe to kind of come forward and be very honest and open about their sense of self-expression, right? But again, I do feel like you, possibly Leo energy, you have somebody here that's intimidated. Okay? And it could be because we're kind of coming out of a retrograde, right? But I feel like there's a lot of intimidation when it comes to other suitors, or if you're currently in a relationship, it's like they're worried about that. There's a fear here. When it comes to this, I'm also seeing that whoever this person is, either, you know, you have cleanse your energy, okay, clear the way. They're doing their best right now. And again, somebody could have done spell work on them where it's created a level of anxiety. It's created a level of unrational fear. I'm telling you, this is somebody for the first time where they're sitting there going, why am I scared to take this step? Why can I not come forward and just express my truth? Why? What about them is so different? Like they're having a hard time. But again, in this intimidation with the Palo Santo, it could be because they've genuinely had somebody do some type of spell work to them that's created the unrational fear. That does happen a lot, believe it or not. And I think that with TikTok, and you have more access to anything spiritual or anything you want to know for that matter, the more access you have to something, the more people that are going to be able to utilize certain tools, good, bad, or indifferent. But whoever this person is, they're clearing the way. They're like, look, if I got to work hard, if I got to do whatever, I'm going to do whatever the heck I need to do because I'm done being scared, right? I'm done allowing this anxiety to control me, okay? I'm done being worried about something I shouldn't be worried about. 7-3 could be significant. 3-7 could be significant. 1-6 or 6-1 could be significant. But it's really about clearing the path, clearing a place and a space when it does come to you. Because this person is sitting here saying, either I do the right thing or I got to get out of here, right? They can't keep running from you, running from their situation. Or they also could sit here and say, look, the collective is running. Maybe some of you guys are the runner and you think you're the chaser, but you're really the runner. That also could happen, right? But they're clearing the way, or they're making it so that at least on their end, nothing is going to stand in the way of you and them being together. Nothing is going to stop them because they're already making an exit. So if they're with somebody, they're clearing that pathway. Or this is just somebody doing the work. And for a lot of you, you're coming in as this top dog. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, okay? You're coming in as somebody who they feel like is worth leveling up on. They feel like it's worth their time. It's worth their attention. It's worth a lot. But it's interesting because there's fire that's surrounding her. I also feel like whatever you do for work is a turn on to this person. Because it's something about you that turns them on. Because again, it's like you're coming in here as almost like extraterrestrial. The way that you do things, the way that you move, the way that you talk, the way that you walk. It's something about you where you're so protected. It's like maybe you don't realize that when you walk, you have big wings. Maybe you don't realize when you walk, you have this opalescent aura, or maybe, you know, you go through certain things that could be potentially harmful or dangerous, and you come out the other side better than ever. It's something about you where it almost like makes this person's eyes open up, like super big, like when they see you. And you could have that effect on people. But I'm also getting that with this person, it does trigger a sense of vulnerability when it does come to them. And again, I also feel like this is somebody that is listening. This is somebody that wants to know as much about you as they possibly can. Because there's somebody here that's like, look, I unconditionally love the collective, which is really cute, right? And they want to be able to love you in a manner that they've not been able to love other people. And this is love without limits. So again, it's like they want to level up here because there's this sense of vulnerability that if they're going to be with somebody like you, then they have to be confident, right? They have to be strategic. They have to be intellectual. They have to be funny. They have to be somebody who is a protector, somebody who is a giver, somebody who is nurturing, right? It's all of these things that are going on here where this person is like sitting there going, I just want to stabilize it. 9449, 120 can be significant. Okay. But I'm also getting to that. It's like whoever this person is, they feel like your connection with them and their connection with you is just completely out of the blue. And that's what causes the anxiety. That's what causes the stress for this person, because it's something out of the blue. Where yesterday we saw, or 2 days ago we saw, even their family and friends were like, I don't know, you may be tripping. But again, I feel like whoever this person is, you're not. And they're not. And there's something about them right now where they're going through a period, okay, where they're done following the rules. They're done following the norm. This is somebody who is sitting here and you've created this spark. Remember what I said over there with the fire? Okay? You've turned somebody on and you've made them feel something that they haven't felt before, or that they haven't felt in a really long time. This is somebody who feels brand new. 915 could be significant. 519 could be significant. Okay. And again, this is somebody that is or has been trying to isolate themselves. Okay. And they've been in this sadness. For some reason, it's like they're sitting there and they're saying, you know, what happens if they reject me? Or they may feel rejected by you. But this is also somebody that if you've rejected somebody, no, it's like that's a fear of them. Their fear is that they're going to be rejected. Because again, it's coming in as this puppy dog, this puppy love. So you have this love that has unconditional love. Then you have this puppy dog love, right? Where they're thinking about you a lot. It's almost as if, you know, when you're in grade school and you have a crush on somebody, it's like coming in as like that energy. Like somebody here is just like, wow, like I really like them. I really love everything about them. And I feel like it's scary to them because whoever you're dealing with, there's somebody that typically prefers to operate alone. They don't prefer to operate with other people. They don't want to get their emotions involved here. This is somebody that will throw themselves into work before they do anything. In order to steer them, right, from the past. But it's something about you where I feel like this person, they can't take it anymore. Because just like them, that's isolated, it's like you and them are the same, right? You guys are doing things on your own without a level of assistance, without a level of help. And this is why this person is sitting here saying, do you understand how insatiable you are? Do you understand, like, I can never get enough of, you know, you? So this could be somebody that typically self-isolates except when it does come to you. They want to talk to you. They want to see you. They want to explore you. Okay? But I also feel like whoever this person is, it's like they kind of have to get out of their own way and go for what they want to go for. Because the only thing that's really stopping them is them. All right, let's get into the extended. Because I have a couple of things I want to dive deeper in. Okay, hold on. Let's see. All right. Give me a second. If you haven't already, please make sure you like the video and subscribe. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. All right. First thing I want to know is what was being said about you? Because I don't know if this is necessarily your person or if this is somebody else that's talking about you. Okay? So I want to know, what are they saying? Okay? I also want to know what was the action that created the ripple effect. Because if you know what triggers a ripple effect, then you can recreate it. So I want to know what about you or what did this person do that caused this ripple? Okay? I also want to know what about you turns them on. Is it your physical looks? Is it the way you talk, the way you walk? I want to know, okay? I also want to know, okay? Oops, let me go over here. Drop it down low. I also want to know why they feel like, what obstacles did they overcome? Because I think that that's going to be a really, really interesting one with what obstacles that they've overcome when it does come to you or the situation. Okay. What is their current perception of the collective? Wow. They think you're beautiful or attractive or handsome, stunning. Okay. And how do they think the collective perceives them? See, that's a really good question, because how we perceive somebody could have a completely different perspective. Their perspective could be they don't like me, or they're not attracted to me, or something like that. So let's see. What is their How do they perceive the way that the collective feels about them? Because there's insecurity, right? 5 of Wands. You see what I'm saying? They feel like they're one of many. They feel like you view them as somebody who maybe could compete, but maybe they couldn't. And let's see, what does a collective need to understand about the way that this person feels about them? I'm going to put these cards off to the side. Wow. Okay, communication with the soul family. Okay. So they're talking to their family. They're talking to their friends, which is something that we saw. And what's the collective's advice with this person right now? The advice is, whoa, too many. The 3 of Wands. Wait. Something about waiting for them to come to you. All right. So with that being said, this is your reading, okay? I love you guys so much. By the way, all of this is going to be available in the extended. The extended is available on Vimeo. A link for that will be in the comment section below. Click on the link. Boink. It takes you right on down to Funky Town, where you guys can watch the extended. It's great because we clarify each one of these. We go more into depth. So if this reading definitely resonated, check out the extended because the extendeds are really, really, really good and very detailed. All right. With that being said, I love you guys so much. Thank you for all of your love and support. I hope you guys like the new setup. And until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.